All right, our new directors, Katja and Christy, welcome tonight. We have 10 on, yay. All right, so we are gonna go through a lot tonight. First of all, the first announcement, if you were not on the previous call, which some of you were not, we just wanna let you know we have brand new news that is so exciting. You're not to tell anybody yet. I'm telling you a couple days early, but I want you to know, and I don't want your people to tell you before you know. We now are going to be able, starting on Thursday, to enter all new recruits without a social security number. And it's great news. Canada has been doing that forever, and we've always been very jealous. And it's really never made us an even playing field on recruiting competitions and recognition and all that stuff. Because, I mean, come on, you know that that's a hang up a lot of times when you go to recruit somebody. They're like, why do you need my social security number? Or my husband says I'm not allowed to give it. And then we have to invite them to go sign up on our website. And then sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. So good news is we've gotten over that hurdle. And so we're well on our way to beating Canada. Yay! Okay, so I'm a little crazy, but I'm super excited about it. All right, and here's the rest of the story is, because we can get by with this legally, there will be a threshold that they hit, that once they hit that, they have to submit their social security number in order to continue in business. If they do not, then Tupperware automatically starts pulling out the maximum amount of taxes that are withheld from super wealthy people. So you don't want to go there because it's like 24%. And so you don't want to ever hit that, because once you hit that, I mean, that money goes to the government, and I don't know what you're going to do to get it back, but you know the IRS, they ain't sending you money back. So I suggest highly that you don't go there, right? And then the other thing is those thresholds will be, I believe that the total is stepping up to manager, because that's when they start receiving bonuses, and bonuses add up fast. They receive a bonus as a consultant as well, with their personal sales volume bonus. But once they hit a maximum of $500 in personal sales volume bonus or whatever, then they're going to get turned, then they have to have that social security number to continue without the pool of 24%. Or if they hit $4,000 in personal retail sales. Now I want to tell you that the actual taxes don't really get turned into the 1099 and into the government. You don't get a 1099 until you hit 5,000, but they're going to start at 4,000 so that they make sure they're always under that minimum. Okay. All right. So pretty exciting news. Social security number or a TIN number, either one, they're the same in this category. And so exciting news. One of the questions that came up in the earlier call was, what will they use for their password then, since we don't put a social security number in? How are they going to have a password to get them opened in the account? We'll find that out and we'll let you know, because I don't know the answer to that and didn't come up on the business leader call. And will they choose, and also there's going to be an email that they're going to start receiving soon. And I don't know how quick this is, and I don't know if that it's Thursday or next week or how soon, but good news is we're going to start treating our new recruits the way they choose to be treated. So if somebody comes in and they're brand new and they're really just coming in for a discount, they're going to have the option to click on that "I'm here for a discount" type button. I don't know what they're going to call it exactly, but I call it a discount diva. They can click on that and get the information on how to sign into their website and go from there. And if they're coming in for a career, they're going to be clicking on a different one, or coming in to run a business, all right? They're going to click on a different link to steer them into the direction of, hey, welcome to the team. Here's your confident start challenges that you can receive. We'd love to help you. And, you know, it's going to take them through the business plan and help them go for more. And so instead of treating our customers that really just want a discount, we're going to treat them differently, because if we treat them and not scare them, we might pull them into the other side. Okay. And so I'm very excited about that. I think that's a very wise move on Tupperware's part, and super pumped. I don't know how soon that's coming. I'm just giving you a heads up. Start recruiting those, start opening up the floodgates to thinking about those social sellers, thinking about those people that drive for Uber and those kind of jobs out there. Those are the people you need to bring into Tupperware. All right. Because we'll get them to want more later. Anybody questions? Okay. Don't be shy. This is not the place to be shy. I will tell you, we're turning this call into DIQ and new director. I don't want the new directors feeling like, well, can I get on? Can I not? Yes, it's your call too. And I want the DIQs to know that we love and want to help you understand the business from the beginning to the end. And there's little things that can make a big difference in your business. So the first thing we want to talk to you about, oh, by the way, that the whole segment I just shared with you about them having a choice, that's called segmentation. That's what Tupperware is calling it, to help people to segment them into the direction and the path they want to go. And so we're not bringing everybody in and thinking they want to go to the top. They don't know they want to go to the top. And when we act like everybody needs to do that, sometimes I think we lose a few. So we're going to try to bring them in stages. Okay.
I love that, Pam, because then people don't feel like it's a bait and switch,
right.
You know, because we can say all those words, but then when they start getting that stuff, you know, it just feels better. Right. So I like that.
Yeah. Instead of saying, hey, you're going to get all these new emails, you can ignore them. You can say, hey, you're getting emails that are directed to people that are here for a discount. And you're getting emails that are directed to people that are here for a business. Okay. I need you guys, all the DIQs, you need to hit at least 7,500 this month. Every month in your DIQ program, that's your minimum, not your max, but that's the minimum. Now, this is a 5-week month, and so that's good news. You have 5 weeks to make that happen. So if you're sitting right now, say, let's just estimate that you're sitting here right now, and your sales for your team right now are sitting at 3,000. Okay, so let's take the 5,000. 7,500 and let's subtract the 3,000 and whatever your sales are, subtract that 3,000 and that equals 4,500. So if you take that 4,500, you need to divide that by $500. And when you divide by $500, you see that it's really not hard for you to come up with that. Because if you have 4,500 divided by $500, you only need 9 parties between now and the end of the month. Now, 9 parties between now and I'll be honest with you, I always go up 1 party. Okay. If it's a big number for champion, I go up like 25 parties, but on a DIQ level, 1 party is good. And so you need to look at your 3-week, your this week and the next 2 weeks, things that aren't submitted yet. And do you have those 9 parties? And so between you and your team, do you have 9 parties? If you do not have 9 parties, then you need to throw in some kind of dating blitz, some kind of dating bonus, some kind of dating something so that you can pull in more parties. On Saturday, the entire company will find out what record breaker hostesses are going to receive. And that being said, I think that once they find out, instead of feeling like they need to hold all their sales, it's good, but it's not any better than what we're offering right now, because right now is awesome with the $30 to start your system. And that's the word choices I want you to use. Start your system. You can get your master system started by having a get together right now with $500 in sales. We're going to give you start your master system for $30. You get to pick which one you'd like, whether you'd like to have the master system greater, the master system spiralizer. All right, so you can get your one of your 3 choices. The most important thing is, it's really cool about that is once you have the base, all you have to do is buy the attachments. And so it's all about the base. Let's get you started with your system and your base, all right, for $30, all right? And so I think that's a huge dating bonus for you guys. And for you personally, how many of those 9 parties are you willing to do? And then what do you have left? And so if you know you can do 2 each week for the next 2 weeks, and you've got 1 more to turn in this week, then you're up to 5. You only need 4 more parties. And so if you break it down like that, it becomes so much more achievable. Who do you have on your team that you know is holding a party? Who do you have on your team that you know you can entice to hold a party? And I want to tell you, one of the things I love that Jenny does is, instead of throwing out a blanket challenge to the entire team, she calls individuals and she says, Carrie, it's Jenny, and I just wondering if you'd like to have a challenge. And so Jenny is going to challenge Carrie individually, and it makes Carrie feel A, important, and B, the challenge is is at her level. And so, you know, you have some people that they can pull in 2 parties, and other people, they don't do parties. They're here for a discount, and you don't want to tell them they need to hold a party. You want to tell them, hey, can you collect $200 in orders this week? You're going to get a flag if you submit by Wednesday night at midnight. You're going to get the flag for your car. And if you are working the business and do a $200 the following week as well, I have a gift for you. And that gift might be whatever. All right. And so you personally engage them in the business by giving them a personal challenge. And so instead of calling them and say, hey, do you have any parties up? We're working on a team challenge. Call them and say, hey, you ready for a challenge? And then if they say, okay, I'll do it, and they already have parties up, they're going to feel like, yay, I could do that. I did it already. Or, you know, they feel like if they've already got one and you've challenged them for 2 parties to be held in the next 2 weeks, submit 1 party each week, or submit $200 each week in the next 2 weeks and get, you know, something from you. You could do $5 gift cards. You can do swag. You know, you know, swag. I do swag, Pam swag. You can do your own Deborah swag, or Christy swag, or Mary swag. That's how you want to plan your business and break it down and make it achievable. Know what you need. Always know what you need and know what you have, so you can count on it. And you can look at it and say, we're going to make this, or you can look at it and say, hey, I need to get some challenges out there. And personal message challenges work. Okay. All right. So Record Breaker is just around the corner. And I thought you might like to know what Record Breaker is going to hold. Does anybody want to know? I'm going to tell you early. Okay. Secrets. All right. This is the benefit of being a DIQ or a director.
Pam, I have to say, thank you so much for breaking it down into parties. That always helped me, because when Pam would contact me and be like, hey, you only need to do, and she'd say, are you excited? You only need to do $4,000 in the next 3 days. And I'm like, are you crazy? We're not doing $4,000 in the next 3 days, right? But then when she's like, listen, me doll, and she would like break it down into the parties, and it was like, oh, okay, so that's only 8 parties, and I know I have 2, and I know this person has 1, and it just seems much more achievable when you break it down into the amount of parties that you need between now and the end of the month to you know, to come out of DIQ, to stay in the DIQ, whatever it is that you're going for that month. It just helps a lot to kind of, and then even just like, as we're talking about Record Breaker, you know, you figuring out what is your goal as a new director, what is your goal as a DIQ for that month, what are you pushing yourself, what are you going to push for your team to do, and then again, break that down into parties and pad it a little bit, because there'll be fallout, because there always is, you know, and then all of a sudden it seems a little bit more achievable when you have a manager who you know is going to do 4 parties because she does a party every single week. You're going to do, you know, 10 parties because you're going to do 2 parties every week or whatever, you know, and you just start to break it down. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, we're already halfway to our goal. Now we just need to pull in some more. So, so definitely, you know, I encourage you to just kind of look at those numbers. Don't be afraid of them. You know, I know some people that kind of hide from those numbers to see like, oh, I don't want to see what it is they have to do. It's important to look at them, you know, and then just break it down and then just start contacting people one-on-one. I mean, if you put something on your team page and you're just like, hey, everybody, we need this many parties. How many you got? You're probably, you know, even the people that are partying may not see that post. And that's where it's so valuable to reach out to people and to give them special challenge. Be like, hey, how many, you know, what is it you're wanting to do with the money that you make in Record Breaker? Break it down into parties and be like, so how many do you have now? They're like, oh, I need 8 parties for the money that I want to make in Record Breaker, and I only have 4. Okay, so let's talk. Like, how can, you know, how can I help you figure out who are the next people you're going to call, and just kind of walk them through it on a one-to-one basis.
Yeah. Now, if you were not able to listen to all the training, I highly recommend you listen to the training from this weekend. There was a lot of stuff about how you can run your Facebook parties, how you can get dating from your Facebook parties, and stuff like that. So I highly recommend you listen to that. I don't know if you guys heard Ellen's talk at all, but if you did not, you definitely need to listen to that. And Amy and Kelly and Ashley were very motivating, very inspiring. And sometimes the inspiration needs to come before the drive to make this happen. And so get yourself inspired, listen to the girls if you didn't. And if you did, great. But get yourself inspired. Now, the next thing is the meat and the potatoes on really how to make it happen. And that most of that happened then on Saturday. So listen to the Saturday information. The one that was so much about how to make your Facebook parties happen was Mandy. And she talks really slow, but she has a lot of good stuff to say. All right.
If they're listening to the replay, they can play it back at double the speed. But
They
the
might.
content was great. Oh my gosh, I took so many
Yes.
notes during when she was talking. So it's very, very good info.
Yes, her content was exactly on. All right. And so I personally feel like those two calls, that was really important for you to listen to. And then some of the other calls as well. I mean, I caught Cindy from Bravo talking about recruiting. That was really a good one. All right. Any of them that you would recommend, Ellen, that they definitely need to listen to?
Cindy's was amazing. The content in Cindy's, and it was so well organized that it made it really easy to listen to, because sometimes people have good content, but they're kind of all over the place. And so it's not as easy, but she's a phenomenal trainer, because I watched some of her videos on YouTube, honestly. And so she's a great, great trainer. And so her training was great on recruiting and just who to recruit and all of that kind of good stuff. Yeah, I loved it.
Good. Okay. And then I'm ready to show you the information for Record Breaker. So I'm doing a screen share. All right, here we go. All right. So Record Breaker is going to be broken down for you. A $500 host is going to get her regular $500 host bonuses. But over and above that, she's going to get the measuring spoons and measuring cups and a spatula for only $5. And so this will start in the very first day of October, October 1st, and go all the way to the 28th of October. It is our Record Breaker. And so with a $750 party, they get to add the new whip and mix shaft. Woohoo! That's awesome. And that sells for $49 and they're going to get it for $10. And so right now they're setting at a value of, with a $750 party and 2 datings, of course, they're going to have a bonus of the 42 plus the 49. So that is like, wow, that's it's $91 in extra Tupperware for 15. Okay. So once they hit that 1,000, they're going to be able to get both of these plus over and above that. They're going to get an extra $200 host credit for only 25. And so really adds up and really draws that hostess to that $1,000 party. It's going to really it's going to create that desire to have that $1,000 party. Now, extra bonuses that we'll have going because we go pink in October. We're going to have the Eco to-go cup for only $9. We're going to have the 3-quart, that's the big one, 3-quart universal jar in pink, and it's kind of a sheer pink. It's very pretty, for only $19. And we're going to have the stacking canister set, the toppers, and the toppers are all 4 of them for $29. And they are pretty, aren't they? And a beautiful stack. And so that's what our host bonuses are going to be for the month of October. You already know your mid-September that will take you all the way through the middle of October as well. And so great reason why our host program right now is really, really good. This is really, really good too, but our host program right now is really, really good when they have a $500 party and they're able to get one of the master systems for only $30. So good news. You like that? You like being in the know?
So one of the things she said earlier, but I didn't get a chance to comment on, was when she talked about the master system and get your master system starter set for $30. I love those word choices. It's regularly 100. You're getting your starter set for 30 and LG, because starter set's a thing. You know, people talk about like, here's your starter set. I was looking at starter set for light bulbs the other day. Don't even ask. But anyways, and I was like, a starter set for this light bulb set is $150. Like, holy smokes. You know, and so, but a starter set is a thing, you know, if somebody wants to like, you know, establish and get more of things, I love those word choices. I think it really resonates with people.
There's going to be a big sale that starts on Saturday, and they're going to do counting of the items and so forth and how many sets you sell. And it's a really cool deal for you, because what I love about it is the fact that it's going to help you. And the reason I'm sharing this with you is I know some of you are sitting there thinking, how can I make this number? What am I going to do? I'm not setting high enough right now. And you need reassurance that Tupperware's got your back.
Okay.
So it starts on Thursday. and it's team weeks, and we're given a goal. And if we make our goal, then everybody that sells $250 or more is invited to a special presentation from Dia for just our team. And it is a special cooking show from Dia. And, you know, Dia being the chef, that's quite obvious that it would be really exciting to have, instead of a quick commercial or a quick cooking little demo type thing, it's a cooking show from Dia, all right, on how to really make the best advantages of your product and your demos and your videos and all of that stuff, which will be really fun. Get excited about making sure everybody on your team hits that 250 so they can have be invited to this, you know, class, potentially private cooking class with Dia. And then that is going to be easier to do than ever because we have a really cool cell that is really cool. And I'm going to share that screen right now. And let me just say that it is a really cool set. It's basics, and I think that's the cool part about it. It's stuff every single person needs, that they're setting up a new home, a college kid, all that kind of stuff. They need these things, all right? I just feel like anytime Tupperware offers anything, it's great. But I love, you know, a challenge, and not a challenge because to beat each other, but a challenge to motivate each other. That's what I love from what Champion does, okay? Basics, gorgeous basics everybody needs and everybody wants. They are all on sale individually, but if you buy the full set, you get everything cheaper, a lot cheaper. All right. And so you save $45 if you buy the full set. And so it's $69 for everything. Or you save $5 an item if you want to buy just the Wonderlier bowls for $30 instead of $35. Or if you want to buy the Piccadilly for $19, $14 instead of $19. Or the big wonders everybody loves, because they're so classic sheer anymore. They're so pretty. And they are $29 on sale for $24. Or you get the classics pitcher, that is the gallon pitcher, and normally $39 for $28.
So that is such a great deal. That's double the savings, over double the savings for buying the set. That's awesome.
Yeah, the set is a much better deal. Yes. Yeah, it's $116 if you purchase it all and $69 if you buy it all. So good deal. Save, save, save. Problem solved. Refrigerator looking a little disordered. Problem solved. There you go. All right. Well, the shipping is happening like crazy. I will tell you, the vent and serves are coming off the line and shipping out. As soon as they come off the line, they're popping them out there, and they probably will be done with all of the vent and serves within the next 10 days. Oh, the cookware is going out with gifts. Very nice gifts. Coupons are loading at the end of September for the Ultra Pro. Shipping right now, we are looking at by this Wednesday, we'll be shipping July 25th. All right, so everything from July 25th back should be left the factory by this Wednesday. And I will tell you, if there are back orders, there may be something back there, but they're getting the orders parties done. Oh, they've already started shipping the canister, the Halloween. So let me tell you what they're doing with the Halloween, since you're my leaders. They have an outside shipping source. So they literally have an outside shipping company that all of that product got sent to them last week. And so this week they are using that shipping source to pack and ship all that product. And it's already left. Some of it's already left the factories. Okay. And so that shipping source has already been sending stuff. So when your people start getting that super fast, it's not because it's going through the line and taking priority. It's because that's easy to do when it's all the same stuff. And if they ordered multiple things on their order, then their order is getting split. And they're getting all of this Halloween stuff first, and then the rest of their order is going to go in the process as we catch up. Okay, and so Carrie, you need managers. I will share with you that if I were you right now, I would be working with those on your team that said they wanted it, first of all. Okay, if anybody says, yeah, I want to be a manager, I would suggest that you be holding parties with those girls and have them open up a party where you're doing the demonstration and you're helping her. In other words, you don't do it completely, but you're doing it with her. All right. And so you go in, you do the games, you do some fun stuff with her and her friends. I would recommend that you invite her to invite 50 people. And if she doesn't know 50 people, invite people she doesn't know. All right. By personally messaging them and inviting them, building that invitation. As soon as they join the party, Carrie, you need to send them a private message and say, hey, I just see you joined, you know, Christy's party. Wanted to thank you for jumping on board. Let me ask you, what is your needs in your kitchen when it comes to food storage? Do you, is it dry goods? Is it fruits and vegetables? Or do you need ideas and recipes for dinner? And so send them a personal message and ask them a question so they literally want to message you back. So I don't care what it is. I'm just suggesting that one. And the reason you're going to do this, because it's ultimately you want to recruit them, but you're not going to recruit them today. You're going to have to build a relationship to recruit them. Okay. And so the next thing you want to do is when they message you back, say, awesome. I will promise I'll put that in the, in our demonstrations on this page. Make sure you answer back and like a lot of things and ask and comment on things because we're giving away free Tupperware. All right. Now your free Tupperware can be your host coupon dollars that you can use. And so you don't have to take anything out of your pocket. All right. And if you are willing to spend, get one coupon that will give $30 in free Tupperware. Now you order that separately. So you'll have to get that order separately and it's not part of this party and all that other stuff, but still it's very impressive when you keep saying, when you comment, when you comment or do any likes, you're going to get points. And when you get points, or you're going to get tickets. And when you get tickets, you could win the $30 free Tupperware. All right. Now, when it comes down to winning, you're going to look for those people that interacted with you and you're going to let them win. Now you can text them and say, hey, you didn't win $30 in free Tupperware, but you did win the $15 virtual opportunity if you'd like to try us out on for size. And that would be money out of your pocket, but where are you going to go with this? Okay. And if she comes in and she's excited about her personal discount and she starts to work in the business, that $15 will come back to you in the first month. And so invest a little to get a lot. And also you are going to be a director. You're going to get $1,000 bonus. Now I don't want you to spend that $1,000 here, but I'm telling you, what if it cost you, first of all, the $30 in free Tupperware is not going to cost you anything because that's coming out of your points that you've accumulated. You got to do something with them, your awards, right? And then the $15, if it cost you $30 to get your $1,000 bonus, is it worth it? I will tell you right now, I will gladly give anybody $30 if they'll give me $1,000, all right? And that $1,000, I know that's a huge ticket item, but that's just the very beginning. You can start making $500, $700, $1,000 in profit from your team constantly once you make that final level of director. Your bonuses change, your levels change, and your trip to Disney. So you got to think about that big picture of where you're going and not the little things and little steps to get there. I'm not one to ever say spend your money to get the next level. But when it comes to this level, this is one place where you might want to invest a little bit, and really it's investing in people. All right. Now this girl, you may have 2 or 3 people that you want to win, you want them to win something, just so you can open up that communication again. Because you're going to talk about the opportunity during the demo, and you're going to talk about people that want a career change and go for the top and go for the gusto. And you're creating a team right now, a director team, and you'd love for them to be on the team. And then you're also going to talk about if anybody's here and saying, hey, there's a lot of stuff I want, I need a discount. We're here to help you get in on a discount. And it's kind of like buying, joining Sam's Club or join Costco. It's a discount club. You can get your own personal discount for a year, and we can take it from there. We'll guide you along the way. So take away the stereotype, the pressure, take away all of that and work in bite-sized pieces and literally break it down. Inch by inch, it's a cinch, yard by yard, it's hard. And if you message people one at a time, whether to make your, get your team challenges out there with your team. 2,500 is drowning her. Okay. It's just, she's reaching up for air, and it's easier to walk away than to drown. All right. But you need to bring her back in the fold. And I would bring her back in the fold with small challenges. Amanda hit $200 this week. And, next week when we have this big team challenge, say, Amanda, we'd love to see you be part of this cooking class that we're going to do. It's only $250. Champion's going to make their goal because they're crazy like Pam. But I don't want you to miss this amazing cooking class. It's a private cooking class with Dia. And it's teaching us how to be the best demonstrators we can be on our videos. It's teaching new recipes, whatever you want to say. I can make sure that Dia does it.
And I think sometimes our people get kind of hung up on the Facebook party, because there is sort of a little bit of an evolution through the Facebook party. So it starts when somebody starts to they're brand new, they start and they're doing copy and paste. Totally fine. That's why we have it there, is so that they can turnkey and start actively working their business. But then it kind of evolves from there. And then they start kind of bringing in some of their own posts and their own sort of stuff. And then sometimes it even evolves further as they do videos, live demos, and things like that. And I think sometimes people aren't getting past the copy and paste. They're not seeking and finding, some additional things to kind of supplement it. So it is more their style. So they are talking about things that they have a personal experience with and things like that. So as we're kind of, as leaders, as we're working with our people, I think that that's something to look at and be mindful of. Is this person you're working with that's kind of feels like they're banging their head against the wall because they're not getting places? Are they stuck at one point in that evolution and they're not taking it further? Because we all know as leaders, we've experienced it enough that whether it's a home party, Facebook party, doesn't matter. If you're not into it, the people aren't into it. So if you're copying and pasting somebody else's great ideas, it's only going to get you so far, because your excitement's not behind it. Your personal touch isn't behind it. Your personality isn't necessarily behind it. And so I think that that's where, as leaders, we can keep pulling them through that chain and giving them some ideas and showing them the way. And I think that's kind of a lot of what Pam was talking about with Carrie, is if Carrie's doing these things with these potential managers, they're going to see more and be exposed to more, because Carrie does a lot of lives. That's her jam in her Facebook parties. That's what she does.
Yeah.
And she's really good at it. And so I think, them seeing that that's a possibility that maybe they could do, I think it helps. So maybe that's something to be mindful of as we're working with our people to help get them past the copy and paste. Copy and paste is like beginners.
Yeah.
Get them going, and then we can kind of keep carrying them through that process.
That's where the real importance of the private messaging comes in. And that doesn't stop with the people on your Facebook parties. That's with your team too, because they need to know that they're more than just another person in your chat group or another person on your team page, that you really know who they are and you care about what they think and what they want, because they might be afraid of something that they're not going to put out there on a team page or a chat group. But if you talk to them personally or message them personally, you might find out something that you didn't know. So
yeah, that's a very valid point, Jenny.
Okay.
And that's the beauty of this group right here, because it's a smaller group, and it's a group of people that are leaders wanting to be the next level of leader, whatever that is. Even if you are at the next level and you are a director, you're still wanting to level up your skills, right? And so that's kind of why we're all here, to just kind of keep learning from each other and sharing insights and things like that, like what Jenny just talked about and what Pam talked about. I think that's the beauty of this group. I love this group.
I do too. I enjoy getting on here because I feel like you are obviously the future leaders in our company, but also you're hungry to learn, and I'm hungry to share. And, I don't want to bore those people that have been here forever and think, yeah, we know that, Pam. But at the same time, I think that there's so much to learn. There's so much, and I don't want you overwhelmed. I want you to know, hey, I'm going to ask that on Monday night, or, hey, I love that idea that Pam had with this on Monday night for Carrie, and Deb, you can use it. Kelly can use it. Everybody can use it. And honestly, when you do these parties, you call them, say, hey, Mary, or message them, Mary, it's Pam. I got a great idea. You interested? And, she says, yeah, what's your idea? Well, I was thinking maybe we could do together a party to help you become a manager. I want to help you find your recruits. And so what we'll do is you set up a party and I'm going to do it with you on Facebook. I'm going to come in, I'm going to demo, I'm going to communicate with them. I'm like your Tupperware lady and you're like the host, but you make all the money and you get all the recruits. And what is it really? You're not even leaving your house, guys. So yeah, you give up your profit that you normally would have made on a party if you were doing an in-home party. A, it's really good practice for you to be doing this. B, you do this for somebody, you help them make money, you help them become a manager, and they get extremely loyal. And that, nobody cares how much you know until they see how much you care. And that shows how much you care because you're willing to do that for them. And so you literally may not need managers right now. Maybe you're doing great. You already earned your trip to Disney, all that stuff, but there's people on your team that need you. And this is how you can help them.
I just want to show you something. I got really excited. Okay.
Okay.
You look like it's like a rabid dolphin.
A rabid dolphin. It's a shark.
It is a shark. Oh my God. That is so funny. Our shark theme has been a lot of fun.
I think so. I am.
All right, guys, this has been a great night. Now, remember, next week, come to us with your topics. Come with us your concerns. You can't stop Pam. I'm just saying. I've been here, done this. Okay, guys? And I want to help you. Appreciate you so much.